Hey guys, what is going on? This is your old pal CHH. So we got some physical media news I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Some actually really cool stuff. And something that I wasn't even expecting. Like it looks like there's even more Back to the Future releases, but like they're not just phoning it in, which is shocking to see because this is a big studio release. But we're gonna get into that, guys. We're gonna look at all that stuff. Without further ado, let's just get started. First, we'll look at Dawn of the Discs to see what they have to show you guys. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So here's the first thing when it comes to this. So this is the mainstay kind of standard one for the 40th anniversary. It's the movies in 4K, but there's new bonus features. This is kind of the more basic set. But it looks a lot like the original set, except they have they have cases now instead of that weird book fold out thing with all the discs, which is definitely a pain in the ass. There's that. And then overseas, there's a ton of different stuff. I mean, this is just showing what the Toxic Avenger 4K is going to look like and everything. That's coming out at the end of October, which I still need to see. I will probably see it this week. Very, very cool. I'm sure that will be on pre-order from Amazon. Oh, here's another thing. Patchwork was this week's TerraVision announcement. It's a 2015 like splatter gore film. I have not seen this. I know a lot of people thought it was going to be Deathgasm, but it's Patchwork. So I don't know. If somebody have to let me know in the comments if they've seen Patchwork, and how good it is. Very exciting though. And remember, TerraVision's doing announcements every week up until Halloween, and that'll be really cool. All right, guys. So let's continue. Where's the other Back to the Future releases I wanted to talk to you guys about? Let's see. Okay, so they have individual steel books you can get, and they have limited artwork, and you can get 1, 2, or 3 separately. But what's exciting to me is this, and I'll show you guys this. First off, here is an overseas version of Back to the Future Part 2 with all kinds of special stuff. But here it is. Here it is. So check this out, guys. This is the gift set. Now, the gift set's actually kind of cool because it's got some fun stuff like the Jaws 19 poster, Save the Clock Tower banners, all kinds of pages. Now, if you look over here, it says over 9 hours of special features, and there's all new sections. 40 years later, reflecting on the future, Bob Gale reflects on the legacy and cultural impact. Back to Hill Valley, Bob Gale along Donald Full Mayor Goldie Wilson as they revisit and discuss some of the most iconic filming locations. Untold stories from Back to the Future, journey back in time with crew members as they share their personal stories from the set. TCM Classic Film Festival panel, Bob Gale, Dean Cundy, and Charlie Crowell reunite at the 40th anniversary premiere. And A Mystery in History. Discover the rich history of the Gibson guitar Marty McFly plays at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and hear from the cast as they rally fans to help them find the iconic prop that's been missing for 40 years. So then it has all the old stuff from our previous releases, but this comes with a flux capacitor and all kinds of stuff. 2 bonus discs, flux capacitor steelbook, exclusive Gibson mini guitar replica, out of time metal license plate, Back to the Future visual history book, lenticular photo of Marty. Just so cool. This is so cool. I don't know if I'm getting this, but some people are saying it's sold out. I think maybe it hasn't hit the Amazon for pre-order yet, but I'm definitely excited to get that because I love Back to the Future. I'm a huge fan. So to see some of those films and get more special features, there's options. I don't necessarily need that one, but that is very, very cool. And as you can see, they have individual steel books. You can get those. So they're going. Universal went all out for this, and you can get Part 3. They definitely went all the hell out for that. Rampage is a film from Kino Lorber. Shout out to my buddy Brandon, who claims this movie is disturbing. It's William Friedkin, which means it probably is at the very least great. So that's coming out on 10/21. Now we've got some more exciting stuff to talk about. Some of the stuff I just don't know if it's worth even mentioning to some of you guys. But let's continue over to another thing was The Descent. There's a lot of people saying that this is not a Scream Factory release. This is, in fact, Lionsgate themselves doing The Descent. And the release date of that is coming soon. So it'll probably be out for Halloween. But very cool that they're doing that. That's a classic film. The next thing I want to do, guys, is this. We're going to actually look at the homepage on Arrow for what they have on there, because some of their stuff is UK, so I won't be able to really look it up on their website when I go to the American site. But of course, we'll look that up for the Mask. So here we go. Now I got it pulled right back up. All right, guys, so check this out. We have new releases for 2025 November. Obviously, the big one is The Mask, which is just going to be huge. The Apartment, Speak No Evil, Deadly Friend, Red Planet, and Outland. So Deadly Friend, what's cool about that is, let's see if we can find a picture of that on here. That is a classic little Wes Craven flick. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but I love Deadly Friend. And this is a UK Blu-ray. I'm assuming it'll just have some cool cards. In terms of features, don't know if it's going to have anything new on that. I'll update you guys. I mean, because the Scream Factory Blu-ray is fine. I'm not going to say, oh, I got to get this whatsoever. It really just depends on if there's anything specifically cool for it. But good on them, Deadly Friend. It's good to get Wes Craven films back out there again and all that sort of stuff. So there's that. That's November. I don't know much about The Apartment. Winner of 5 Academy Awards, Best Picture. I'm sure it's a really great film. I have not seen it. That's a UK title, by the way. We have Speak No Evil. This is another UK title. They're driven by incredible performances and a menacing score by Soon Kolster. Danish original expertly blends a dark comedy of manners. Oh, I would never guess that's a comedy based on the artwork. There you have it. That's another UK title. UK is actually getting some stuff this time. US, UK, and Canada, Red Planet. Val Kilmer and Carrie-Anne Moss headline the sci-fi venture Red Planet. Exciting glimpse to a future where humankind's last hope for survival rests on escaping the bounds of Earth. There you have it. All right, guys. Next up, we have The Mask. Obviously, you can see this is a nice, cool, chunky box release. There's Blu-ray releases and 4K for the people that are not 4K. So, very, very cool. Now let's look at the actual specs on that. So what we'll do now is we will pull up Arrow Video's website and look at the specs on The Mask, because that is really, really cool. So let's see. Get out of here. The Ring. I don't want your newsletter. All right, make sure you guys can see that. And here it is. Here it is. You guys can see it now. All right, The Mask. 4K. This is huge. So huge. So, all right, we got the restoration of the film approved by Chuck Russell. We have 4K presentation, HDR10 compatible, 5.1 audio, brand new Dolby Atmos mix. Archival commentaries with Chuck Russell, Bob Shea. Blah, 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 blah. We got that. Man Behind the Mask, a newly filmed interview with Chuck Russell. From Strip to Screen, a newly filmed interview with Mike Richardson, Mike Werb, and Mike Verheiden. Green Faces Blue Screen, a newly filmed interview with visual effects supervisor Scott Squires. Splice in a new film interview with editor Arthur Coburn. Ask Peggy, a newly filmed interview with actor Amy Osbeck. Peggy was great. That's great that they got her for this. Towing the Congo Line, a newly filmed interview with cinematography Jerry Evans, featuring never-before-seen rehearsal footage. Wow, very cool. Terrier Mania, a new video essay with critic Elizabeth Purcell on canine sidekick Milo. Archival featurette, Return to Edge City, introducing Cameron Diaz, Cartoon Logic, What Makes Fido, making up stuff. So we got some good interviews on here. I know everybody's probably like, where's Jim Carrey? They're not getting him. But they got some good interviews in here. I will give them credit for that. That is pretty cool. Reversible sleeve featuring 2 original poster artworks options. Illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Alexandra Heller Nicholas and original production notes. Double-sided fold-out poster. 6 postcards. So I actually give them credit for not doing anything silly with the artwork and just giving us the actual classic artwork. I'm assuming the other side of the artwork is this white one with him in the yellow suit. So I'm excited about this big time. There you have it. They even show you. I'm very excited about this. This is my absolute favorite Jim Carrey film. So this is awesome. Guys, I think there's going to be a lot of big stuff. Obviously, I think it's only common sense to know that they'll probably do stuff like Mortal Kombat next and Mortal Kombat Annihilation and all that. I mean, that's just ripe for them to do. I mean, I don't see Warner Brothers actually doing it themselves. They'll probably give it to Arrow. And I'm not spoiling anything. It's just a guess. But why wouldn't they be, right? Of course they're going to do that. They have to do the Mortal Kombat films. So this Warner deal with Arrow is pretty badass. So that comes out November 11th, guys. So again, there's a Blu-ray version available. Look at this. You can actually get the Blu-ray version, and that's cheaper too. In case you want that, and if you're not 4K, you still get a brand new restoration, guys. So I'm gonna leave it there. That's November's announcements. Pretty exciting. Let me know what you guys think about all that. This is your old pal CHH. God bless you guys, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.